Hi, my name's David Williams. I'm the owner of the David J. Williams Insurance Agency with Allstate Insurance. I started in the business about 7.5, 8 years ago. When I started completely from scratch, no client base. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I decided that I wanted to take a jump in and just go for it. And I had a friend of the family that was in insurance and decided to do it. And again, started completely scratch, no customer base. Fast forward 7.5 years later, we have about 40 employees, over $15 million in premium that we're managing that we accrued mainly organically. And we have several locations. Obviously, in a short period of time, we incurred a great deal of growth. But what happened as of just recently is we kind of hit a wall. We didn't know what our next step was. That growth started to just slow down on us, and we just didn't know what we're going to do next to take it to the next level. So we got big ambitions. We want to like 10x things, but we didn't have that roadmap of what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. So that's when we made a decision, my wife and I, to actually attend 10x GrowthCon. Been to a lot of conferences before, personally, and usually what happens, there's a lot of motivation and there's a few key takeaways that we can bring back to our business. This was completely different than any other conference that I've ever been to. Not just one or two speakers. There was literally 24 phenomenal speakers on there that didn't just get up on stage and motivate, that didn't just get up on stage and try to sell a product, but literally gave a blueprint, beginning to end, how they obtained the level of success that they did in their life. And one of the big takeaways while we were there at 10X GrowthCon, every single person that got up on stage, if they were an individual with individual success, they talked about how they trained and they trained and they trained and they practice and practice and practice. If it was an organization that had tremendous success, they all talked about how they had a culture within their organization just around training daily, training, practicing. And while hearing that from everybody, just kind of a light bulb went off while we were there. You know, we trained a lot while we were at our office. We do role plays in our office, but it was never really consistent. We had nothing to measure. We had no way to see if one person in our organization was training the way we expected him to or another wasn't. So that's when we actually came across Corey at 10X GrowthCon, one of the members on Grant's team, and he started to talk to us about Cardone University. We agreed to do a demo when we got back and did a demo, decided that we wanted to make the investment, we wanted to invest in our team. We spent a tremendous amount of money on marketing monthly. We spent a tremendous amount of money on payroll. And the last thing we wanted to do is waste that money by having untrained people. So we made the decision we're going to move forward with Cardone University. And I'll tell you, we're a month and a half in, and hands down, it was the best decision that we ever made. First off and foremost, Corey has been one of the best individuals I've ever worked with in any capacity and any service providers that I've had. He wasn't just there to sell us a product, but he's been there along the way, month after month, week after week, literally dedicated to our success, to help us get to that next level, to help us accomplish our goals. You know, he understands what our goals are as an organization, and he's there to help us out. He's been absolutely phenomenal. But I would say since we've got on Cardone University, it's literally changed our culture in our agency. Things are more positive. Our team trains like they've never trained before, because it's not just training content. I've bought training programs before. I've had our team train, and a lot of times they're just not completely engaged. They're doing it because they have to. This training content is so engaging. It's so motivating. Our team, I don't even have to ask my team. They want to do it every morning. They come in first thing before they start their shift, and they watch 3 to 4 training videos. I get text messages at 3 in the morning. Hey, Dave, you know what? I was trying to up my game for tomorrow, and I've been up all night watching, Grant Cardone videos. I've been up all night trying to perfect my skill set, trying to get better at asking for the sale. I've had individuals that work through lunch now just to train, so the second half of their day, they're a lot more motivated and they can walk in with more tools. And speaking of more tools, that's another big thing that we had. So one of the things here in New York, we're in a very challenging market. Obviously, things aren't very easy. Seeing the world of insurance, rate increases, a lot of different things have changed in the landscape since we started. It got us to a point where we just couldn't rely on price. We had to be able to sell on value. And this took it to the next level for our team as far as giving them new tools every single day. They're no longer doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same negative result that was demotivating them. Now, every day they come in and they train, they try to incorporate that in the sales process, and they feel that they're getting one extra tool daily that they can move forward with to get a different result. And we've already seen a big difference in our close rate. We've already seen a big difference in our sale. Already this month, we have a trajectory of a 10% increase on our overall sales volume just in the first month, and I'm expecting a lot more than that as they continue to train, as they continue to progress. But I just wanted to, give a kudos to, Cardone University, to Corey over at Grant's office. Been absolutely phenomenal to work with. If you're thinking about their product, there's no thinking about it. Hands down, you will get your return on investment as long as you follow through. As long as you make sure that your team trains, and honestly, you're not even going to have to make sure that they do it, because once they start doing it, they're going to become so engaged with the content, you're going to have trouble pulling them off of the platform. But highly recommend it. It's one of the best investments we ever made for our organization here at the David Williams Agency.